Hello, Scorpio. This is Soul from Intuitive Tarot, here to look at your week ahead starting September 29th, 2025. Scorpio, I hope all is well. Welcome any new subscribers to my channel. The deck I am using will be listed in the description box, not reading any reversal. Just going to cleanse the energies here from Dawn Libra's weekly messages for the week. And we're about to see what's coming up for Scorpio. And as I mentioned in Libra's videos, oftentimes, because I do so many video recordings, sometimes I get beside myself, and if I'm doing the reading for you, Scorpio, and I mention, Sagittarius, for instance, because there was a person that chimed in and wanted to know why I kept saying Scorpio in their video. All you have to do is just pay attention to the thumbnail. It doesn't matter. It does matter what I say. I try to catch myself, but every time, stuff like that gets through, then, I have to deal with, people coming in. And it's nothing negative on their part or anything like that. I'm just saying that if I mention another sign other than your sign while I'm doing these readings, just pay attention to the thumbnail, because the thumbnail will be always indicative of the sign that I have read for. Okay, but this is for you, Scorpio. All right, so let's see what's coming up for you potentially this week. Energies here for Scorpio. What does Scorpio have to look forward to? All right, energies for Scorpio. All right, let's give it a cut and begin your messages. All right, so we're going to start off with the first card. Energy for you is the Three of Wands, Scorpio. Okay, so positive movement forward. So either you're moving towards something positive or something positive is about to move towards you. Some Scorpios that I'm reading for may be traveling this week. If you are, you're going to be safe to and from. And then also to assign long-distance love affairs and romance to the Three of Wands. So think in terms of the Three of Wands is usually my green light card, meaning that anything that was not moving for you, usually representative of the Two of Wands, but that's the first card that stepped out. Then it's a week of things moving, progressing for you. Think of it in that sort of way. It could be a project, could be a relationship, could be almost anything that you can assign to it. All right, so there's positive energy moving forward for some Scorpios that I'm reading for. Next card up after the Three of Wands, now we have the Queen of Pentacles, one of the big money cards here. Money looking good, strong. It could be representative of any Scorpio that I'm reading for that gets a promotion, gets a job offer, contract offer, anything related to business. Could be applying for credit. It's the boss in the workplace environment, or it could be, as I always say, how people view you in terms of your own energies and attributes, and you're dependable, accountable, reliable, stable. These people are usually good money handlers. All right, so Queen of Pentacles. Following that, now we have the Six of Wands. Six of Wands mirrors over here to the Three of Wands. Again, more energy of positive forces moving towards you, or you're moving towards it. Again, the same thing applies to the Six of Wands that I said about the Three of Wands. You could be traveling. If you are, you're going to be safe to and from. But in this instance here, you can attach any types of victory and success along the way because of the Six of Wands being in your spread. Following the Six of Wands here for you, Scorpio, now we have, another card that's very positive here. Look at all these movement cards. Now you have the major arcana, the Chariot, but you also have, in addition, blindly, you have in addition another major arcana, which is the Star card. So whenever whenever the Chariot shows up here, or the Nine of Cups, I equate that with the Star card, and then it's almost like having an additional major arcana in your spread. So you have two major arcana so far. So you get all of the energy from that of the Star card, but the Chariot represents positive movement forward. Again, traveling. All right, safe to and from. Mirrors over here to the big money card. So it could be any Scorpio that I'm reading for who may be, considering purchasing a vehicle. It doesn't necessarily have to be new. Some of you may experience having to deal with vehicle repairs, major or minor. All right. Just don't be the Scorpio that gets behind any source of any vehicles. Disregard the speeding limit you will end up with a moving violation. That would be the major arcana, the Chariot. So there is a rapid source of energy that is coming towards you, okay? I would assign that this energy is moving towards you as opposed to you moving towards it, because it is a major arcana. Then you get all the star cards energy. So you get the star card. There's hopes, wishes, and dreams becoming fulfilled and manifested. You could be stargazing, dream journaling, could meet somebody famous. Your own energy when it comes to psychic energy could be enhanced or developed. All right, social media, social networking, and any types of engagement could be occurring for you this week. And it's usually positive. Following the major arcana, the Chariot, now we have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles here, in this instance, you're just juggling two things. Could be, still receiving a small pay raise, working two jobs, could be offered two, contracts, trying to balance out your checkbook. All right. So that's the Two of Pentacles. Following the Two of Pentacles, now we have the Five of Cups. Okay. Five of Cups here just simply means some sort of sadness, disappointment on a minor scale. May not be you. If you have children, it could be your child. It could be your, romantic partner. It could be your coworker. It could be your boss. It could be someone else in the family. Just note that this is only temporary if it does, express itself towards you this week. And we go through temporary bouts of mood swings and whatnot, but we don't, relish it too much. We just, deal with it, and then it's usually a passing energy and going about our business. All right. So, following the Five of Cups here for you, Scorpio, now we have the major arcana, Judgment. Judgment is the awakening card here that simply represents things that may have been hidden from you come to the light. This is a form of spiritual energy of protection surrounding you the entire week. What's hidden in the dark comes to the light. As I mentioned before, some things that you discover about yourself you didn't know before could be positive, could be negative. And then there's some things that you may discover about others that you didn't know before. That too could be positive or negative. One of the things that I talk about with the Judgment card is it could be a week, again, with all the positive energies here that you have, Scorpio moving forward with something that they did not have a chance or an opportunity to move forward with in the past. Now, that could be almost any assignment, okay? It's not something specific. It could be almost anything that you move forward with because the timing is right for you this week. And that's about it. After Judgment, now we have the... Okay, so we have the Two of Swords. I had to look at that. Two of Swords is here, so you feel like you're at a crossroad. A little anxiety here. This is my same-sex loving energy here. I have to make a choice. Now that choice down to one, Scorpio. Could be just out and about with all the traveling cards here. Then you're, rerouted to take another direction because maybe there's some sort of blockage or road construction going on. Not to worry too much about that. Okay, so following the Two of Swords on top of the Two of Pentacles, now we have the Page of Pentacles. Again, money, startup of some sort of business, possibly. It could be a job offer, could be contract offers. Okay, that is the Page of Pentacles. On top of the Five of Cups, now we have the major arcana, the World card. The World card, it just represents there's a chapter of energy that's ending for you, Scorpio. A new chapter is about to begin. Also, too, you have to think in terms of the world, being round and it constantly spins. It's always relative to evolving change, okay? Some sort of change happening around you. Also represents relationships of all kinds. The World card also represents, opportunities that may be surrounding you as well, okay? Unexpected or expected opportunities. On top of Judgment, now we have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords, just information, however you collect your information, your news. Could be just watching news on the television, could be reading a newspaper, could be getting your news from the internet. Usually first actions and first moves. This here, you could be having new conversations with new people, or it could be, new conversations with existing people. I also assign that the Page of Swords here, Scorpio, could be someone who is taking up some sort of interest or like when it comes to the romance area, and they may be just checking you out through social media. We have the Chariot here as well as the Star card energy. So it could be that they're checking you out through social media. This could be a friend, coworker, neighbor. If this last card is the Moon or the Seven of Cups, they may come forward and reveal themselves. On top of the Two of Swords for you is the Two of Wands. Two of Wands is already trumped by the Three of Wands, the Six of Wands, as well as the Chariot. Remember, I said earlier that the Three of Wands is the green light card. Usually, if the Two of Wands is present, it sparks everything, kicks everything into gear. And still, this is, would be my timing card. Whatever it is that you may have been waiting for 2 days or a 2-week period of time now comes much quicker because of the presence of the Three of Wands, Six of Wands, as well as the Chariot. All right. So this is what I have for you this week, Scorpio. This is fast and quick. Just keep in mind that it's just me interpreting these messages. Please just take what's going to work for you. Leave the rest alone. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You guys have a safe, great week ahead. Always come back here to get more of these messages from me, and I'll talk to you real soon. Ciao.